Hi, my name's Amy Holmwood, and tonight we're going to be talking with four entrepreneurs who are very passionate about building social commerce businesses, specifically in the area of wellness. And we are pioneering something called Nutrigenomics and Biohacking. And we have been working with the leading company in the world that's publicly traded. The name of the company is Vantage. And tonight we're just going to take a couple minutes for each of us to talk a little bit about why we're building this business and how we see this impacting our financial security pretty much for the rest of our lives, and also impacting other people's lives for the better. So we're going to start with Dr. Medawar Rodarte. Melody is a physician out of Phoenix, Arizona. She's been very successful in the area of weight management, diabetes management, and again, whatever we talk about, we never are intending to treat, cure, heal, or mitigate any disease, and we're probably not even going to talk about that tonight, our amazing products and all the research, but we're just going to talk about why each of us has made a decision to build a LifeVantage business. Melody, it's all yours.
Thank you. I'm so excited just to share my passion. And, being a physician, I don't usually get to reach so many people. So this has been a platform for me to reach more than I would necessarily see in my office. And so given the opportunity to build a large network and build some financial freedom has been very lucrative and rewarding to myself. And getting to see so many different stories of people that I'm touching and that my teams are touching. So for me, building a business that has residual has been incredible. I have a lot of dreams to put in motion. So not having to worry about my overhead, being able to think about whatever college my kids want to go to, being able to afford that, as well as paying off finally my school loans has been an incredible opportunity to me. So I am incredibly excited to continue to share this, as well as changing the health of others. I don't think I would get involved if it wasn't breakthrough medical technology and being set up to grow teams of wellness.
That's so fantastic, Melody. And working with other doctors, have you been successful talking to doctors about nutrigenomics and biohacking?
I don't think I was as successful about 10 years ago. I was always into preventative healthcare and being a little bit edgy, I think is the word that was used a couple times explaining how I practice. But it seems in the last year or two, more and more of my colleagues are reaching out to me and saying, what was it that you were doing? What are these, how are you incorporating Eastern and Western medicine? So I think the term nutrigenomics, as well as the human microbiome, is only leading to people seeking it out more. And I think it's because patients want that too. So I would be recommended by multiple people because they would always say, oh, go see Dr. Rodarte. She always thinks out of the box. She doesn't always go to a Western medicine first, but she'll tell you if you need it. And so I think my colleagues are catching on to that because more and more patients are also going to them going, what else can I use other than a Western medication? And that is the passion that is here, and what we provide is being able to do something completely different and out of the box by getting our body to turn itself on and, in essence, clean up the muck that's inside of us.
Fantastic. We are really pioneering something that it's been interesting because I've been involved for about 5 years and working with a lot of medical professionals. And it seems like it's starting to speed up a little bit and that people are much more open in the traditional medical practices to looking at NRF2 activation, NRF1 activation, specifically looking at changing gene expression. So you are so on the forefront, and I'm so proud to be able to work with you. We're going to go over to an incredible entrepreneur. She has a family that has had some health issues within it, and Sheriee Semski is a homemaker. She's been raising her family, and she is absolutely passionate about building her LifeVantage business and has been very, very successful. Sheriee, please talk to us about why you're building LifeVantage and what you see your future looks like from a financial perspective with this company.
Well, thank you for asking. This company was God sent to me. I feel like I have been looking for a doctor like Dr. Rodarte, looking for something like that anyway, just for health benefits. But whenever I was shown this business, and I had been witnessing I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'd witnessed a lot of stay-at-home moms starting these home-based business with a lot of inventory and these parties and dragging all this inventory. And I go to the parties, but none of it seemed very appealing to me. And when I learned there was a business behind this product line that I was never going to stop using, I was blown away. And I had made my husband go look at it because I just couldn't believe, I thought maybe I was just excited about some pipe dream. And my husband really went and looked at the business plan and said, this would be a great tax write-off for us. So I've been building it for 5 years. It's something I'm passionate about. I'll never stop consuming the product, but I don't have overhead. I don't have any of that other stuff that I saw my friends would get into these home-based business and they'd fizzle out pretty quickly because they had all this upkeep and this inventory and this overhead, like Dr. Rodarte talked about, overhead. We just don't have all that. So it's just been really a blessing for us for the last 5 years.
So how have you approached your friends? I know you and I have worked together in some of the anti-aging conferences, and you've been really instrumental in moving forward some of this information and making it easy for people to understand, because you don't have a medical background and neither do I. A lot of people in this business have been able to be very successful just getting this information out to people. And I know you've been somebody who has been a little bit on the cutting edge with that. And I appreciate everything you've done to help me. So how have your, within your networks, how have you approached your business to build that?
Well, within my networks, I have people asking me what I'm doing for, mothers and people. Human nature is to ask each other how you're managing this. What restaurant did you eat at? What are you doing for this? And we're always in conversation. We're always social networking. So I just simply show them these, this fantastic product line, or even just talk about the business. And I give them the tidbits and they can put it together. I will take them all the way through the whole plan. We have a great easy step process in order to show this to everyone. But I think that we, as human nature, we are always in conversation, and this is an easy conversation because it's cutting edge and it's about our health, and everybody's concerned about this. So it's not only about anti-aging, but it's about being proactive. So yeah, it's an easy conversation when you just listen to people and what their needs are and what their passions are.
It just shows that really everyone can do this business that makes a decision to engage and participate in our system. And that's the one thing that I wasn't familiar with, never having been in direct sales or social networking type of a business or social commerce. This was so different. And the nice thing about our company, Vantage, is that we have this incredible system called the Proven Plan, where we all work together, and it's sitting on a silver platter. And I've never had this kind of training in my life. So it's just incredible. Thank you, Sheriee. I really appreciate your time tonight. We're going to move over to Robby D'Angelo. And Robbie is in a car right now with Jessica Crate, who's also going to speak tonight. And I'll let Robbie give you a little bit of his background and why he is involved in Vantage and what he sees in his future with the company. You guys there? Yeah, I'm hearing you're coming in now. Just speak up a little bit, Robbie.
Okay, awesome. I'll talk a little louder. So I'm actually a best-selling author in the health and wellness space, along with a coach and personal chef. So for me, I was actually already telling my clients to take the products before I even knew what Protandim was. And then for the next 7 months, I was actually recommending my clients start taking Protandim before I was even in the business. So I was making other people money. And for me, what got me interested in actually doing the business was it's going to give me the opportunity to fund my nonprofit, which I work with health and wellness of kids in schools. So that really got me fired up to actually take my business to the next level.
So you're also a personal chef as well?
I am.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. So how did you get involved in the company?
I actually got involved in the company back in January when Joe Elizalde asked me to speak at an LV event. And from there, I was like, Joe, I can't talk about this company and this product unless I first get on the product and try it for myself. So I got on the products, really liked what it did for me. I liked what it started doing for my clients. And at that point, I was able to actually get behind the company and really believe in everything it stood for.
So from your business perspective, where, certainly in the food industry, unless you open a restaurant and become like a famous, chef, what did you see and what do you see for people like you, Robbie, in terms of a business opportunity here?
Well, honestly, for me, I own a meal prep business. So every weekend between Friday to Sunday, I was spending 40 hours in 2.5 days in the kitchen cooking all this food. So I had to get away from that. It was draining. It was killing my time. For me, what this business is going to allow me to do is really leverage my time, get out of the kitchen, really live that lifestyle entrepreneurship world that I've been just begging to get into for the last year and a half.
That is incredible. And so many people need to hear this story, Robbie. You're such a resource, and I appreciate you being on tonight, and it's really nice meeting you. Jessica Crate is going to be our next speaker, and she's somebody who is absolutely on fire with LifeVantage, and she has an incredible background as an athlete, but also very successful businesswoman in the pharmaceutical industry before joining LifeVantage. So Jessica, tell us how it's been for you building this and how it's been different for you than your other business.
Yeah, absolutely. So as a former medical device and pharmaceutical representative, I love the quote unquote mobile office that you kind of get this entrepreneurial feel with running your business from your car, from your home. But the fact that you had to plug in and be run by a corporation, you're building their dream, and then really understanding health and wellness. What really took a turn for me was when I fractured my foot training for the Marathon Olympic trials. And that same year, I was lugging drugs around in a suit in the heat of Florida and saying, okay, I don't even take these. This is something that I need to take and really understand prevention and biohacking and how to prevent injury in my own life. That same year, my grandfather was diagnosed with heart disease. My aunt was diagnosed with breast cancer. So when I learned about the company, I said, hey, not only is the product stand in a class of its own, but for me, in finding time freedom and a way to build my own dreams has been the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life, leveraging not only my time, but also leveraging income. Because if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. So able to have time freedom to work in a car, on a phone, and be on webinars and connect with people all over the world is just so rewarding and much more enjoyable than building someone else's corporation.
Absolutely. And I know that you've recently made a decision to move. And, one of the things that's amazing is I can't tell you how many people that have joined LifeVantage that have wanted to move somewhere else and have been able to create that dream, that fulfillment of that dream. One of my business partners moved to New York City. One of my first business partners from Philadelphia that joined LifeVantage in the beginning just moved to the city last year. She's always wanted to be there. So I know you have a recent move. So tell me about how you can work LifeVantage really anywhere on the planet. We're only in 9 countries so far, but you're moving and I'm so excited for you. So how do you see yourself working with your teams from a totally different location?
Well, we're in an era where social commerce is the future of selling. And if you don't find a way to make money utilizing your phone, you're really missing out. So LifeVantage has taken both science and merged it with technology to leverage the resources we already have because we are social entrepreneurs by trade. So, for the first time in my life, I'm moving somewhere because I wanted to move there, not because I had to, not because someone made me or because of a job. It's because I truly wanted to live in this area. So it's exciting because now we're taking retreats around the world. And if you can find Wi-Fi, we're truly representing what a laptop lifestyle or a mobile office can be like, and having fun with your business and taking it to the people you want to work with on your time schedule and whatever you want to really make your life the life worth living rather than doing it on somebody else's terms. You choose where you want, how you want, when you want, and where. So that's it.
That is it. That is so phenomenal. And I just love hearing it. All of us are very uniquely different, coming from different backgrounds, different educations. And I'll just give you a little bit of my reason for LifeVantage. I did have a health condition that caused me to take a look at the science of Protandim. I had been taking 30 to 40 supplements a day for about 15 years. And I was just dying for something that would be simpler to come into my life. And also I had retired at age 50 from my insurance practice. And I was getting a little bit I'm not going to say bored, but I was, I was ready for something to come into my life. And I just had no idea it was going to be social networking, social commerce business, but absolutely in the wellness sector was something I was interested in. And then when I learned about biohacking, and I'd been doing that for years, trying to do it on my own, changing gene expression, turning down oxidative stress in my body. And then I realized that 42% of all people that learn about these types of products are from online. Type of a business. And so I had been going sort of to doctor to doctor to doctor. And of course, I had been doing research online too. But what I realized is that we have this whole audience of people all over the world that we've never met before that we can touch with doing social commerce, and certainly in the wellness sector, which is the next $1 trillion industry. And they're now calling it a $600 billion industry within 10 years. This whole area of genetic expression, changing gene expression, doing precision medicine. You're starting to see ads on TV for different things. So LifeVantage is definitely at the forefront of this. And to be able to compress time, like these ladies talked about a little bit, and be able to create a royalty commission, a royalty stream of income that is second to none in any industry. I mean, I worked for 25 years in the insurance business to build up a portfolio of insurance so that I could capture those premiums under management and get a little residual income from that. Now I have products under management. We all have products under management. It's a different type of a business model, and it's absolutely incredible. And it is definitely the future of how we're doing business in the world. So we invite you guys to take a look at this and get in touch with the person who sent this to you. We appreciate your time so much, and we look forward to continuing to educate you guys on LifeVantage and why this is the most powerful direct sales opportunity in the world. Thank you very much.